Welcome back to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. What a beautiful weekend. What a great time of year to celebrate with the family. This is my last 15 minutes of 2024. And I want to really make it count because first thing I want to do is shout out to all of you listeners out there for being friends, for relying on me and counting on me to take care of you and your family for all of your mortgage and finance needs and information when it comes to your greatest asset, your real estate. And I just wanted to really reach out and say thank you to everybody and let you know how much that means to me to have such great friends that I've met on the air. So many of you, you call me, you come in and see me, we become friends, and I just want you to know that I'm grateful for that, and that's why I do this. That's why I do this show, because it's just been so fulfilling. So at any rate, it's the end of the year. I would say that this year was a mediocre year for real estate. I do think that there was some good buying opportunities. I think that there is still some great buying opportunities. One of the things we've got to really watch and be vigilant of is signals. These are buying signals, but I don't think a lot of people really understand what a buying signal looks like. I think a lot of people think a buying signal is when everyone is buying because that's what the bulk of the people do. But that's not what the investors do. That's not what the professionals do when it comes to strategic investing. They invest when they think that the opportunities are best for them. So here's why I think now is an amazing time to purchase a home. I don't think it's as great a time to sell a home, but if you need to buy, then you have to sell. And that may be just the position you're in. But here's why. We have been so deep into a seller's market for the last 10 years. It's just unbelievable. Sellers are in complete control. We've all seen the prices of homes go up. And when I hear people complaining about the price of homes and that they want to sit on the sidelines, some of those people may be the same ones that think that we're into a real estate crash, that something's going to happen. So I want to just dispel any myths that you might have regarding real estate crashing. First of all, there is no way real estate is going to crash. First of all, you can't have a crash when you have a high demand for real estate. Right now, we still have a high demand. You can't have a crash when the economy is still going pretty good. Now, did we have great years? No, we haven't had any great years, but we not in the last few years, not since COVID anyway. But I think that the opportunity for a buyer is because of the amount of inventory out there. You got an abundance of inventory, which really puts sellers on their heels. So those are buying signals. This is what I'm telling you. When sellers have less strength in the negotiation, because of massive inventory. And we've got now 5.5 months worth of inventory. You got to remember during COVID, we had 3 days. Okay. You literally put your house on the market. It was gone within 3 days. Now you've got 60 days. That's a lot different. It's a different market. So that tells buyers they're in control. Now, we have seen prices come down on resale, but prices we don't call that dropping in price. We certainly don't call that a real estate crash. We call that minor corrections. And I think the corrections are because sellers still are under the impression that they're going to get the amount of money that they got for the house when it was during COVID, and you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. So we settled down out of that, and we've had a nice steady increase of about 3%. Now, nationally, we're up 6%. Okay, but that's more than real estate typically would do. So my point is, if you are thinking about buying, you're going to have to get over the rates because you're just going to sit on the sidelines for a long time. I'm not seeing any indicators that we're going to see rates drop. Look what's happened to interest rates ever since our federal government got involved and started lowering the Fed rate. All they did is get worse and worse and worse. So as the Fed continues to lower the Fed rate, interest rates on mortgages continue to go up. So, and right now they're running between the mid 6s and almost 8%. I mean, there's 8% on the rate sheets these days all over it. So you're seeing a pullback from that because people aren't going to refinance during an 8% interest rate unless you have to have cash out. Um, but buyers know, smart buyers know, hey, look at, I'll go in and the loan arranger told me how to negotiate my deal. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to put minimum down. I'm going to get the seller to pick up as many closing costs as the loan program that I'm getting allows. And then that would save me the money to when it comes to refinancing. So when it comes to refinancing, you'll be able to refinance and not come out of pocket with any money. So let me show you how to do that. Because ultimately, anybody that got a mortgage between yesterday and February of 2022, you're going to refi. There's going to be a refi in it for you. Believe me. And, but right now, get out there, negotiate a deal. I'm seeing more roofs getting put on by sellers, repairs on the home, temporary buy downs, permanent buy downs, closing costs being paid. See, you have to remember when I'm negotiating a real estate transaction for myself, I always negotiate closing costs being paid by the seller. Now, depending on whether it's owner occupied or investment, depends on how much the seller is allowed to pay toward your closing costs. So let me just kind of give you a brief breakdown. By the way, if you want to write down my number, all my Tampa Bay friends can call me at 813-213-4009. That's 813-213-4009, or Orlando at 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313, or just go to webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com and complete your application there, and we'll get everything situated for you. Listen, no hard credit pulls. You don't have to worry about your credit pull being affected, your credit being affected. The last thing we're ever going to do is try to negatively affect a client that by affecting their credit negatively. So soft credit pulls. If you're applying for an FHA loan, FHA will not let us run an automated approval with a soft pull. But we'll check it. We'll know what we have with a soft pull. And then when you feel like you're ready, then we'll go ahead and convert that to a hard credit pull on FHA loans only. Now, everybody that's getting a mortgage, by the time you are ready to go to underwriting, soft credit pulls don't work. You have to convert it to a hard credit pull, but we'll do that right before it's absolutely necessary. So, um, you, where was I going with that? I was talking about buyers and the opportunities that they have right now. So a, a somebody that's been sitting on the sidelines waiting to buy now can be your opportune time. So there's only a couple of reasons why people don't buy. First of all, they're either afraid. Okay. So fear is one thing. The fear of the unknown, the fear possibly of rejection. Okay. So first of all, we don't reject anybody here. If you did not qualify for a mortgage right now, you do not leave my office or my consultation without a game plan. So I don't let people go and go, hey, sorry, you don't qualify. Go fix your credit. See you later. Bye. And most lenders do because they can't do anything for you. So they're not going to have any income from you because you don't qualify. Well, I believe that if I help you, then you'll come back to me when it's time to get that mortgage, and you'll be grateful for it because we'll help you fix your credit. So if it's your credit that's in your way, let me help you. Don't fix it yourself. Don't pay somebody to do it. Don't try to fix it yourself. Let's run the analyzers. I guarantee you my way of cleaning up your credit and increasing your score will blow you away. You can't even come close to getting the results for as fast and as little money as I can. I can promise you can't. Most of you do more damage than good. So don't do it on your own. Consult with me. Second reason is you don't have any down payment or you don't have enough. So look at, there's a couple ways that can happen. First of all, maybe you qualify for some type of a government loan, a bond, down payment assistance, some type of grants. Maybe they're all over the place. They're available for certain income brackets and in certain geographical areas. Maybe you qualify for a low down payment loan like USDA. Now your credit's got to be pretty good for USDA, but it's no money down, and then we can get the seller to pick up some closing costs. So buyers need closing costs paid because, and if you don't need it paid, let me tell you why you should. So you I'll give you an example. Let's just say we're buying a $400,000 house and we're putting down 5%. Okay. That's $20,000. Okay. It's 20 grand. Now, if you were to negotiate that deal and say, hey, look at seller, I'm going to give you, instead of 400, I'll give you 390. That means I'm knocking 10 grand off the price. So your down payment just changed from $20,000 to 90 times 5%, 19.5. So you save $500 by reducing the price by 10,000. How do you feel about that? Not that great, right? So that's why I don't do it that way. So I go into the seller and I say, hey, Mr. Seller, you know what? You got a great house. Love your house. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you full price for your house, but I need you to pay $10,000 toward my closing costs. Now, my down payment was 20 grand. Okay. But he picked up my closing costs, which are dollar for dollar out of pocket. I will take that dollar for dollar 10 grand out of pocket over the 10 grand reduction in price because it saves me more money. And if you're following my Leapfrog program and you want to become a real estate investor and own several rental properties so that you can go into retirement debt free, I will show you how to do that. But if you want to know from the professionals and meet some professionals and meet me, I am doing a private class, a workshop on January the 22nd at 6:30 p.m. live and in person in Winter Park, Florida. I'm going to cover all the ways I purchase properties, the tricks that I have, the reason I negotiate, the types of properties I look for, the areas I look for, how to be a great landlord, how to make sure your tenants always pay your rent on time. This is the way you want to do it. You don't want to go into this thing with fear. You want to go in this thing feeling like you really have an idea as to how you can make money. So when it comes to negotiating it, I'm always trying to get closing costs paid by a seller because it's dollar for dollar out of my pocket and it saves me a lot of money. These are the things that I share with my buyers. These are the consultations we have. So I want this to be a better situation for you. If you're going to buy real estate, buy it the right way. Don't just buy it willy-nilly. And if you're looking for a great real estate agent, stop choosing people that you might know. They might not be great real estate agents. They might be nice people. My Loan Arranger Real Estate Rebate program allows you the opportunity to seek the professional assistance from me to help you select the right real estate agent for you. Now, that real estate agent that I assign to you does not pay me for that referral. You know who they pay? They pay you. That's right. They'll give you up to 25%, up to $10,000 of their commission back for you to use towards additional closing costs. So now you might have got some paid by the seller. Now you get some paid by the real estate agent, and you get a great real estate agent. Call me about the Loan Arranger Real Estate Rebate Program, and I'll be happy to connect you with a great agent in the area that you're looking to buy or sell in. You can still get those discounts. So my name is Bruce Woodburn. I'm the Loan Arranger. I've been lending for 35 years. I'm right here in your backyard in Tampa and Orlando and Daytona. And I'm here to make sure that you get a better experience. You know that 67% of people that buy a home are dissatisfied with the real estate and the mortgage process. They're dissatisfied and they don't use the same people over and over again. Why? Because I think our industry is broken when it comes to the system. I don't think enough people, enough loan officers, enough real estate agents know enough to cater to their clients. And that requires a lot of education to the client. You have to be specific and you have to let clients know what it is that you need to help them. My name's Bruce Woodburn. I'm the Loan Arranger. I want to thank you once again for tuning into my show. I want to invite you to come to me for consultation and know that you always have a friend in the business. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you. You can call me now at 813-213-4009. That's 813-213-4009 or 407-706 3313. That's 407 706 3313, or webringyouhome.com. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning in, and have a great Christmas. I'll see you for New Year's.